Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Berina Primneta Bersembiring. I am student college of Public Health in Prima University. In this video, I will explain about organic food, organic fruit, and vegetables. Parents of young children and even some pet owners will pay high prices for organic food if they think it's healthier, but many others think organic food is just a waste of money. There is one main difference between organic and non-organic food. Organic farms do not use agriculture chemicals such as pesticides that stop intents for damaging. The next, I will explain about mental health. One of the great challenges faced by mental health workers in recent years has between down the stigma attached to mental illness. Much large hospitals with and in staff psychiatrists to treat penitents or to refer them to psychologists, who by therapy will help penitents learn in cause of their problem.
Organic food is very popular these days. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food costs twice as much as non-organic food. There is one main difference between organic and non-organic food. Organic farms do not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. Some people think organic also means locally grown, and originally this was true. But over the time, organic farming has become big business, with many organic foods now being grown by large agricultural companies that sell their products far from where they grown. Is organic food safer and more nutritious? This is an important part of the debate. Many farms and consumers believe it is. They think agricultural chemicals can cause serious illness like cancer, but there is not much evidence proving this is true. Coronavirus. Coronavirus refers to a large family of the viruses causing respiratory infection, responsible for a variety of illnesses, including the common cold, MERS, and SARS. People who are infected with the COVID-19 virus often have flu-like symptoms, such as fever, coughing, sore throat, and difficulty breathing. However, not everyone who has a cold need be concerned about being infected with the coronavirus. If you have flu-like symptoms and have been to an infected area or have been in contact with an infected person, you should telephone your general practitioner, who will arrange for you to be tested for the virus. You should get the results of the test within 24 hours. The coronavirus is transmitted from person to person through close personal contact such as shaking hands. The virus can also be spread by touching a surface with the virus on it and then touching one's mouth, nose, or eyes. The majority of people who are infected by the coronavirus display the symptoms and therefore transmit the disease when they are ill. The symptoms don't have to be severe. According to the World Health Organization, most people who are infected with the virus have mild symptoms. If someone has been infected, the person does not immediately notice the symptoms of COVID-19 virus. A person who has been infected with the coronavirus can usually not be infected again, because the virus will then be recognized by the person's immune.
Hi guys, I will talk a little about two topics. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Bella Satrina Utapaya. I am from the Faculty of Public Health. First, I choose topic number 3. Why I choose topic number 3? Because the topic number 3 contains information about coronavirus. We know that at this time, the coronavirus is very famous in the world because this virus has taken many victims. Coronavirus makes everyone nervous and scared, especially in Indonesia. In Indonesia, many people who have low immune levels. The coronavirus is transmitted from person to person through close personal contact such as shaking hands. Therefore, we must keep our distance so that we do not become infected with the coronavirus. Second, I choose topic number 7. Why I choose topic number 7? Because the topic number 7 contains information about the organic food. Organic food is very popular these days. It can also be very expensive. Many farmers and consumers believe that organic have many flavors and nutrients. However, recent studies have shown that eating organically grown produce reduces your chance of developing heart disease. Many doctors think it's more important to stop dangerous bacteria from contaminating food. Many doctors also believe we should reduce the amount of sugar in our diets, and there is a lot of evidence to support this idea. And they remind us that the aim of most big food companies is to make lots of money, even if they damage our health while doing so. This means processed food that are called organic can also be very unhealthy if they contain lots of sugar. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. I want to introduce myself. My name is Ali Akbar Rahab. I'm from Padang Sidimpuan City. I graduated from the Senior Islamic High School 2 Model Padang Sidimpuan. And I'm from the Faculty of Public Health. I want to answer because I choose the two topics. First, the topic is coronavirus, and the second topic is the mental health. Why I choose the topic coronavirus? Because coronavirus is very dangerous in Indonesia, not just for Indonesia, but world. So I understand a little about the coronavirus, about how it's treating it, how corona can enter Indonesia, how dangerous is the virus, and there is no vaccine. And in my place, many have been affected by the coronavirus. Mental health includes our emotional, psychology, and social well-being. It affects how the thing feel and hurt about the reaction. Many have been about the mental health. The first is psychotropical drugs, about the narcotica, nabja, narcoba, and the others. The physical drugs. Its process is the feeling, action, and the mind. Ma'am, I want to give a good sentence. If not us, who else? If not now, when else? Kalau bukan kita, siapa lagi? Kalau bukan sekarang, kapan lagi? So ma'am, thank you for the orders. This is my presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Devina Sandri Boroginting. Today I want to tell about topic 6 and 7. The first, I want to tell about topic 6, about promote hand hygiene to save life and fight COVID-19. Carrying out health protocols to fight the coronavirus, one of which is by washing hands. It is expected that in all public places to provide water for washing hands that is easily accessible and provides a place not too crowded. I also apply this treatment when I want to go to the public place. I always carry hand sanitizer and wear a mask. But I really regret that people who underestimate this virus. For example, in my area, there are still people who do not use masks when doing their activities or do not provide water to wash their hands and do not use masks and when shopping at the market do not keep their distance. Even though the government has recommended that you keep your distance in public, it's very unfortunate behavior like this. I don't know why people not understand this virus is very deadly. Next topic I want to tell about topic 7, about organic food. Telling stories about organic food, I am a food lover, for example vegetable. But in my area it is difficult to get vegetables or food not use pesticides. Most vegetable growers use pesticides to repel pests so that the vegetables are not eaten by caterpillars. If asked if there is a difference in nutrition between organic and non-organic food, the answer is not different. It's just different from the cleanliness of the food because non-organic food has been contaminated by pesticides. For example, my grandmother, a vegetable farmer, and she also used pesticides in her vegetable care. Maybe that is my understanding of the two topics.
Hi everyone, good morning. On this occasion, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jovina Lumbanturwan, and I am a student majoring in public health from Prima Indonesia University. For now, I will tell you briefly about mental health. Topic 1, mental health. Health is often perceived from a physical point of view. True health also means mental health. Unfortunately, mental health issues are still considered less important than physical health. WHO said that young people, aka the millennial generation, are currently more vulnerable to mental disorders. Moreover, yet is a time when many changes and adjustments occur both psychologically, emotionally, and financially. For example, efforts to graduate from college and find work. When compared to other countries, Indonesia should be proved. This is because the level of stress in Indonesia society is not as high as other countries. This fact is based on the 2018 Welfare Score Survey conducted by Cigna. So, from now on, avoid thinking too much mental health. Topic 2, COVID-19. Coronavirus is a group of viruses from the Orthocoronavirinae subfamily in the Coronaviridae family and the order of nidovirus. The COVID-19 virus is a new pathogen that is highly contagious, can spread quickly, and must be considered capable of causing enormous health, economic, and societal impact in any setting. Coronavirus infection or COVID-19 can cause sufferers to experience flu symptoms such as fever, runny nose, cough, sore throats, and headaches are symptoms of severe respiratory infections such as high fever, cough with phlegm, and even bleeding. Shortness and brain and chest pain. COVID-19 is transmitted through people who have been infected with the coronavirus. The disease can spread through small droplets from the nose or mouth when someone infected with the virus sneezes or coughs.
My name is Salsabila. I will explain topic 5 and topic 6. Now, I want to explain topic 5 about mental health. Mental health is often secondary because most people prioritize physical health and don't see the importance of mental health. In fact, the advantage both have a vital role in our lives. Apart from causing mental disorders, neglect of mental health can have a negative impact on physical health. As a consequence, a person's risk of various diseases or conditions increases. Due to poor mental health, understanding the importance of mental health is expected to help us be motivated in maintaining. Now, I will to explain topic 6 about coronavirus. Coronavirus is an infectious disease caused by the coronavirus that was recently discovered. Most of the people who contract the virus will experience mild to moderate symptoms and will recover without special treatment. We can catch it when we breathe water that contains the virus if we are too close to people who have been affected with the coronavirus.
Okay guys, good morning everybody. For the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Luis Tungkir. Now I'm here to do storytelling. I will do storytelling about two topics. My first topic is medical equipment and my second topic is mental health. Now let's go to my first topic. Medical equipment. When we hear medical equipment, ordinary people whose knowledge is only about healthcare. However, medical equipment may refer to very complex device used by professionals as well as a simple instrument that you may even use yourself. Now imagine this. You wake up in the morning with a bad head chest and have a fever. You must immediately call your boss and tell him you need a day off. Then, you must get the thermometer to take your temperature body. As you can see, some of tools are used in common proceduring like diagnosing flu is a thermometer. Some of you may have a medical equipment at your home everybody. Now, for the example of medical equipment is defibrillator, thermometer, showing you the pressure, stethoscope, bandage, stretcher, splint and cast, and all of that. Now, let's go to my second topic, mental health. One of the biggest challenges mental health workers have faces in recent years is breaking the stigma attached mental illness. The reluctance of patients to admit to having a mental illness. Just 50 years ago is not surprising when you consider treatment available the time such electroconvulsive therapy in which the patient of the up and electrocuted, much like the less lethal version of the electric chair. Fortunately, in the last 50 years ago, mental health was undergone. Major challenge and now over a variety of therapies for those suffering from a condition. Both psychiatric and psychologists are good to psychotherapy, but only psychiatric can prescribe medications such as more stabilizer, psychoactive drugs if needed. Okay guys, that's all. Just that for my storytelling. I say thank you for you to hear my storytelling. Thank you.
Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sumandopano Sumantri Sitorus, NIM 2033 13010024. I want to tell about the X part of space. First, noun. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. Nouns are often used with an article, the an, but not always. For example, the young girl broke me a very long letter from the teacher, and then she quickly this paper on my. Next, pronoun. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. A pronoun is usually substitution for a specific noun, which is called its antecedent. Pronouns used with she, we, it. For example, the young girl broke me a very long letter from the teacher, and then she quickly this paper. Oh my dear, verb express action, or being there is a main verb, and sometimes on one or more helping verb. She can sing. Sing is the main verb. Can is the helping verb. For adjective and adjective modifies or describe. On a noun or pronoun, it usually answer the question of which one. What, kin, or bow, or how many. For example, the young girl broke me a very long letter from the teacher, and then quickly this paper. Oh my. Fifth, adverb and adverb modifies or describe a verb on adjective or another verb, but never a noun. I want to tell about the X parts or speech. Parts of speech are the basic part of English sentences. There are 8 parts of speech, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Here I also classify mental health. Definition of mental health. Mental health is affected by events in life that leave a large impact on a person's personality and behavior. Mental health symptoms, namely yelling or fighting with family and friends, delusion, paranoia, or hallucination. Maintain positive talks. Mental health treatment, namely psychotherapy, drugs, brain stimulation.
My name is Sabita Sembiring. I will about racial, medical, devices, and mental health topics 4 and 5. Various types of medical equipment range from basic tool to highly advanced counting edge devices are in very different situations. One thing is cursion edge devices been developed to help us recover or even save your life. And we might need them at the very beginning of our life, as is the comes with an incubator, which inside in Indonesia unit to help order prematurely born children. But both the physicians and psychologists are well versed in psychotherapy, but only the researcher can prescribe medicine such and most stabilizers of psychotype drugs. In recent years, creative therapies like music, color, or dance therapy have also been successful for condition. Art therapy, for example, has proven effective in the treatment of patients with dementia. Thank you.
Name is Maijin Ayumani Huruf. Name 203313010035. I will explain two topics. Number 1, topic 3 about coronavirus, and number 2, topic 7, organic food. Topic 3, coronavirus. As we know, the virus that attacks society at this time is the coronavirus. The coronavirus was first identified in December 2019. People who are infected with the coronavirus often have flu-like symptoms such as fever, coughing, sore throat, and difficult breathing. The coronavirus is transmitted from person to person through close personal contact such as shaking hands. A person who has been infected with the coronavirus can usually not be infected again. Coronavirus can cause death. At the moment, there is no cure for the virus. There is still no vaccine against the coronavirus. But masks can, however, prevent people who are infected from spreading the virus. If you think you may have a virus, you should call your general practitioner, who will arrange for you to be tested for the virus right away. Topic 7, organic food. There is one main difference between organic and non-organic food. Organic farms do not use organic culture chemicals such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. Recent research has shown that organically grown food products reduce your chance of developing heart disease. Most people agree that natural grown food tastes better. The benefits of eating organic food can increase our ability to absorb more nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids. That's all I can explain. Thank you.
Morning, ma'am. I want to tell you 2 articles from SPADA. The first is about mental health. One of the greatest challenges faced by mental health workers in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness, a stigma which didn't only affect the general public but also patients and other healthcare professionals. 50 years ago, the treatments that were available at the time, such as electroconvulsive therapy, in which the patient was strapped down and electrocuted very much, came to a less deadly version of the electric chair. The 1940s and 50s, the treatments got even more barbaric. The frontal lobotomy involved destroying the part of the brain which was thought to be responsible for the illness in question. These were commonly performed on patients suffering from schizophrenia, and while the delusions were often cured, the patient was left without full brain function. For last 50 years, mental health has undergone major change and now offers a variety of therapies. For those suffering from a condition, hospital will have an in-staff psychiatrist to treat patients or to refer them to a psychologist who by therapy will help the patient realize the cause of their problem. If someone suffers from a minor mental health problem, such as a panic attacks or a particular phobia, they are just likely to find the help they need to on the high street. Both the psychiatrists and psychologists are well versed in psychotherapy, but only the psychiatrist can prescribe medicine such as mood stabilizers or psychoactive drug if needed. In recent years, art therapy has proved effective in treatment of patients with dementia. Now, I will tell you the second article about organic food. Organic food is very popular these days, but they cost twice as much as non-organic food. Parents of young children and even some pet owners will pay high price for organic food if they think it's healthier, but many others think organic food is just waste of money. The difference between organic and non-organic food is organic farms don't use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. Organic farming has become big business, with many organic foods now being grown by large agricultural companies that sell their products far from where they're grown. Is organic food safer and more nutrition? Many farmers and customers will believe it is. They think agricultural chemicals can cause serious illnesses like cancer, but there is not much evidence proving this is true. However, recent studies have shown that eating organically grown produce reduce your chance of developing heart disease. Many doctors think it more important to stop dangerous bacteria from contaminating food, and doctors recommend washing produce carefully before eating it. Meat, fish, and chicken can also become contaminated, so washing your hands before handling this food is also very important. The doctor always believes we should reduce the amount of sugar in our diets, such as glucose, sucrose, and fructose. Okay, ma'am, I had told you about 2 articles. Maybe I have many deficiencies. I hope ma'am understand about it, and I will study more than this. Thank you, ma'am, and thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Naya Marcella Saragi. I will retell the topic in Spanish. Enjoy. Question about the coronavirus COVID-19. What are the symptoms of the virus? People who are infected with the COVID-19 virus often have flu-like symptoms such as fever, coughing, sore throat, and difficult breathing. However, not everyone who has a cold need be concerned about being infected with the coronavirus. To qualify for potential infection with the coronavirus, a person should have been in an area where the virus is active or should have been in contact with someone who has visited an infected area. Areas with a high risk of infection are, for example, China, where the virus first manifested in the city of Wuhan. South Korea and Italy are currently
other highly affected areas. Many experts now predict that the virus will spread rapidly worldwide. What should you do if you suspect that you might have the virus? All you have to do is call the doctor for a checkup within 24 hours. Promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. Promoting good hand hygiene is one of the most basic yet powerful tools that member states of the Southeast Asia region must continue to leverage to reduce the spread of COVID-19. All member states should urgently provide universal access to public hand hygiene stations as they embark on the next phase of the pandemic's response, including at the entrance to every public or private commercial building and at all transport locations. Especial major bus and train stations, airports and seaports, regular and thorough hand washing with soap or use of an alcohol-based rub are critical measures each of us can take to protect ourselves, each other, and those who care for us, health workers. First, all public private health facilities should make functional hand hygiene stations readily accessible. Second, all health facilities should establish or strengthen hand hygiene improvement strategies. And third, health facility labs should make hand hygiene a key quality monitoring indicator. We are in this together and must get through it together. The health and well-being of the region's near 2 billion people is in all of our hands. So from me, if there is a word error, please forgive because I am still in the learning process. Thank you.
This morning, always be healthy. Okay, I'm here to tell you about the medical equipment needed at the hospital and the clinic. Medical equipment might refer to what very complex devices used by professionals as well as to simple instruments which you might even ask yourself. Having a medical device that can help control your healthy condition as well as make you better prepared to face dangers. Some medical devices can be owned by everyone, while some are mandated by certain people. There are some medical equipment like thermometer is commonly known as a tool of measuring temperature or temperature. As well as a change in temperature, the working principle varies depending on the type of thermometer. To use it, you need to insert the tip of thermometer under your tongue. To hold for about 3 minutes until the mercury stops moving. 2. Stethoscope, a tool used to listen to someone breathe too hard. 1. How to use? 1. Choose a quiet place to ask the stethoscope. Ask the stethoscope in a quiet place. 2. Position the patient. 3. Choose to ask of diaphragm or 3. Bandage. Bandage a length of material which can.
Hello! Let me introduce myself. My name is Pakwita Lustansi Tompul. I am a student college of public health in Prima University. In this video, I will explain about medical equipment. So, keep on watching and here we go. Medical equipment. When hearing the term medical equipment, a typical layman whose only knowledge about healthcare comes from an annual checkup at a local surgery and TV shows such as House MD. Let's see what equipment is used when you catch influenza. As you can see, several pieces of equipment are used, even in such a common procedure like diagnosing flu, some of which you may even have at home. Let's see what equipment might be used in case of a broken bone. Let's study a case of a person brought to NANE department with a head injury. The person is brought by paramedics who have already put a brace on his or her neck in order to prevent further injury. Firstly, diagnostic equipment is put to use in order to check the person's conditions. If immediate surgery is required, the patient is administered an anesthetic by means of a syringe. After the surgery is performed, a catheter is inserted for the time when he or she is immobilized. The next, I will explain about mental health. One of the greatest challenges faced by mental health workers in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness, a stigma which didn't only affect the general public, but also patients and other healthcare professionals. A patient results to admit to suffering from a mental illness a mere 50 years ago is hardly surprising when you consider the treatment that were available at that time, such as electroconvulsive therapy, in which the patient was strapped down and electrocuted, very much akin to a less deadly version of the electric chair. Most large hospitals will have an in-staff psychiatrist to treat patients or to refer them to a psychologist who by therapy will help the patient realize the cause of their problem. However, one does not need to go to hospital to consult a mental health professional. If someone suffers from a minor mental health problem, such as panic attack or a particular phobia, they are just as likely to find the help they need on the high street. Okay, that's all my explanation about medical equipment and mental health. I'm sorry if my explanation not good. Please keep your goodness and suggestion. Thank you.
Hello, good morning ma'am. My name is Dewa Theophilus Tarigan. NIM 203313010060. I want to tell about the 8 part of speak. Part of speak are the basic part of English sentence. There are 8 part of speak, namely 1. Noun, 2. Pronoun, 3. Verb, 4. Adjective, 5. Adverb, 6. Preposition, 7. Conjunction, and 8. Interjection. Here I also describe mental health. Definition of mental health. Mental health is affected by event in life that leave a large impact on a person's personality and behavior. Some common types of mental disorder include depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and psychosis. Mental health symptoms, namely 1. Yelling or fighting with family and friends. 2. Delusion. 2. Delusion, paranoia, or hallucination. 3. Losing the ability to concentrate. Cause of mental health, namely 1. Health injury. 2. Domestic violence or other abuse. 3. Child abuse or a history of violence in childhood. How to prevent mental health? Namely, 1. Do physical activity and stay physically activity. 2. Help others in caring. 3. Maintain positive thoughts. Mental health treatment, namely 1. Psychotherapy. 2. Drugs. 3. Brain stimulation. Terima kasih sa kita semua.
Hello, good morning everybody. How are you today? I hope this morning will always be healthy. My name is Dianovita. I'm majoring in the Faculty of Public Health. The higher number of coronavirus infection has made many people increasingly worried about the safety of themselves and their families. Worry is important to increase alertness. Coronavirus or alert family is virus that cause mild pneumonia, upper respiratory tract infections such as the flu. How to prepare among others? Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds until they are clean. 2. Avoid touching your face, nose, or mouth when your hands are dirty and unwashed. Okay, that's all from my story about the coronavirus. Hopefully, this story is useful for all us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nuzuliha Nombrolobis. My student ID number is 203313010052. My study program is Faculty of Public Health. And here, I will explain to you about 2 topics that I choose. That is, topic 4 about medical equipment and topic 7 about organic food. So, check it out. The first, I will explain to you about topic 4, medical equipment. Medical equipment is often heard about, and usually people will think it can be only found in the hospital. But do you know, medical equipment is very much from simple to extraordinary, and maybe one of them is owned by almost all of us have it. Example, a thermometer. A thermometer is used to measure body temperature that is higher from normal or a fever. If it is true we have a fever, we will go to the doctor, and the tools that we will find in there are also the tools that are often heard. Small but usable for knowing your situation. Example include a thumb and a stethoscope that is used to check your throat and heart rate. Then what we often see in the skies area as a first aid when injured, such as stretchers, sling, cuts, bandage, splints, crutches, and wheelchairs. But maybe all of the equipment is almost owned by every sport arena as a first aid. Then, what we often see and heard, both film or for those who has seen it directly, such as MRI, a tool for scanning, scalpels, syringes, forceps, and catheters. Then there are incubators, to care for babies born prematurely. That is my explain about topic 4, medical equipment. Thank you. And then the second, I will explain to you about topic 7, organic food. Organic food that is popular today, which is famous for its health and also it's expensive. Known to be healthy among community because it is certain to avoid the so-called pesticides which are commonly used to stop plant-destroying insects. Well known expensive because some of organic food has the price double with of non-organic food. The difference between organic and non-organic is only in the treatment. If non-organic use pesticide in its treatment, while organic food does not. Some people think organic is also grown locally, but over time, organic farming has become a big business. Processed made food with organic are also becoming more popular. Initially, only small companies produce them, but becomes the demand exceeds supply. Companies that previously only sold the non-organic be participating in selling organic food. And because of this, the small companies that first started this product had a hard time competing and staying in business much longer. There is a debate questioning whether organic is safer and more nutritious. Many farmers and consumers believe it because eating organic does not contain chemicals that can cause cancer. There's no evidence to prove that it's true, but recently there have been studies showing that organic manufactured food reduce your chance of developing heart disease. But many doctors think it is more important to harmful bacteria from contaminated food. Bacteria can contaminate organic and non-organic fruit and vegetables. Then there are fish, chicken, and meat can also be contaminated. Therefore, washing your hands before you handling food is very important. Most people agree. If organic food is better, is good food worth the extra money? It's just an opinion. It is still unclear whether organic is better than non-organic. Yet, organic food consumers often say it's better safe than sorry when it comes to what we eat. Okay, that is my storytelling about 2 topics. That is topic 4 about medical equipment and topic 7 about organic food. If I have a mistake, please forgive me. Okay, thank you guys. Goodbye.
Hi. Introduction. My name is Winia Hayati Hutapea of the Education Program Public Health. I want to explain a little bit of the material English already learned before. Okay, the first about food organic matter. Organic food is very popular these days. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food costs twice as much as an organic food. There is one main difference between organic and non-organic food.
organic farm do not use agriculture, chemists call such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. The second about mental public, atau artinya kesehatan mental. One of the greatest effects by mental health works in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness. A stigma which do not only affects the general public but also patients and other health care professionals, but the psychiatrists and psychology are well versed in psychotherapy, but only do psychiatrists and prescribe medicine such as mood stabilizer or psychoactive drugs is needed. So I can explain about both the topic. Helpful, useful. Thank you.
Good morning all. My name is Dian Veronica Lasse. I'm from the Public Health Faculty at the Prime University of Indonesia. Here I will explain about mental health. One of the great challenges faced by mental wards in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness. The stigma did not only affect the general public but also patients and other healthcare professionals. A patient reluctant to admit to suffering from a mental illness a mere 50 years ago. It's hardly surprising when you consider that were available at that such as electroconvulsive therapy, in which the patient was strapped down and electrocuted, very much akin to a less deadly version of the electric chair. Next, I will explain about organic food. Organic food is very popular this day. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food is twice as much as non-organic food. Some people think organic also means locally grown and original. This was true. So many video from me.
Hello, my name is Maya Renova Hutapea from the Public Health Faculty. Medical equipment may refer to very complex devices used by professionals, as well as simple instruments that you can even ask yourself, let's see what equipment is used. Defibrillator, stretcher, splint, play bandage, sling, crate, stick, wheelchair, clamp, MRI or magnetic resonance imaging, syringe, scalpel, small sharp knife, pliers, instrument, catheter, and tin tap. Mental health, one of the biggest challenge mental health workers have faced
in recent years is breaking the stigma attached mental illness stigma affect not only the general public but also patients and other healthcare professionals. ECT or electroconvulsive therapy, frontal lobotomy, schizophrenia, delusion asylum, psychiatrist, psychologist, panic attack, phobia, psychoactive drug, creative therapy, and dementia. Thank you.
My name is Stephanie Marsauli Sibarani. I choose topic 4 and 6. I choose topic 4 is about medical equipment because medical equipment is no stranger to hearing. Even everyone must have been to the hospital, and some of these tools are in our homes, such as thermometers for measuring body temperature and bandage for bandaging wounds. Medical equipment are tools used in medical purpose. Some other equipment we may have seen in the hospital, such as stretchers, stethoscope, wheelchairs, and the others.
And last, I choose topic 6. We know what is happening in the world. Yes, true, COVID-19 is a type of virus that can spread quickly and can kill people. But we can avoid this virus by using masks. And the most important thing is washing hands. It's not enough just wiping it. Hand washing is the most effective way to avoid virus and kill germs in hands. Thank you, ma'am.
I will talk on the topic of organic food. Organic food is very popular this day, and some organic food are twice as expensive. The main difference between organic and non-organic food is the use of pesticide. In many countries, organic food must have a label to ensure they are grown organically. At first, only small companies produce organic products, but due to large demand for non-organic food companies, they also start selling organic products. So it was difficult for the small organic food companies to compete with the large organic companies, and many didn't stay in business much longer. Many ask whether organic food is safer and more nutrition. Many farmers and customers think agrochemical can cause serious diseases such as cancer. However, this is not been proven to be true. Recent studies have shown that eating organic produce reduces the chance of developing heart disease. Many doctors think it's better to stop harmful bacteria for consuming food and recommend washing products careful before eating, as fish and chicken can also be contaminated. So washing hands before this food is also very important. Many doctors also believe that reducing the amount of sugar in our food. They also remind that company main goal is to make money, so processed organic food can also be very unhealthy if they contain a lot of sugar. It's still not clear whether organic food is healthy or not, but organic consumers say it's better to be safe than sorry what we eat. I want to retell about the topic 10 questions about coronavirus. Coronavirus refers to the large family of viruses that respiratory infection, which are responsible for a variety of ailments, including the common cold, Middle East respiratory syndrome (MERS), and severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS). The coronavirus was first identified in December 2019 and has since been renamed COVID-19. The media and the public continue to refer to it as the coronavirus, but many have switched to using a more precise term. People who are infected with the coronavirus usually experience symptoms such as flu, fever, cough, sore throat, and shortness of the breath. This virus is transmitted from person to person through handshake or air. These symptoms appear several days after a person is infected. Sufferers who die from the coronavirus are on average elderly people whose immune system are compromised, and someone who has been infected with this virus usually cannot catch it again because the virus has been recognized by that person's immune system. until now, nothing vaccine or medicine to coronavirus, and the most important prevention is to wash your hands regularly with soap for at least 20 seconds.
Hello, my name is Celita Vinci Cahayazewa from the Faculty of Public Health Universitas Prima Indonesia. On this occasion, I will discuss two very interesting material topics, namely mental health and organic food. Okay, the first I'm going to talk about mental health. The greatest challenge facing mental health workers is the stigma attached to mental illness, which impact the general public, patient, and healthcare workers. In the past 15 years, the available treatment was electrocomposite therapy, where patients were tied and electrocuted. In the 1940s and 50s, a more primitive and crude treatment was the frontal lobotomy, which involved destroying the part of the brain to be responsible for the mental illness or disorder. Usually, this frontal lobotomy is performed on patients who suffer from schizophrenia. The lucky ones will be sent to a mental hospital to live like prisoners away from sight and mind. This treatment discharges patients from admitting to mental illness. Over time, the past 15 years, mental health care has undergone major developments and changes. Mental health care currently offers a variety of therapies. Currently, many hospitals have a staff of psychiatrists and psychology with two variant therapies, treat and help patients identify the cause of the problem. Psychiatrists and psychologists are very good at psychotherapy, but in the prescribing drugs such as mood stabilizer or psychoactive drugs only psychiatrists do. Some of the therapies that are effective in mental health care include creative therapy such as music, color or dance therapy, and art therapy. Okay, second, I will discuss about organic food. Organic food is so popular that currently even though is very expensive, in contrast to non-organic food which is relatively cheaper. Some people will pay a fortune for organic food because they think organic food is healthier, but there are some people who think organic food is just a waste of money. The difference between organic and non-organic food is that organic farming does not use pesticides. Organic food are claimed to be grown organically without using chemicals. Some people think organic means grow locally, but over time, as organic farming become big business, the large company grow organic food far away from where the organic food comes from. Because of the large demand for organic food, the small food company that initially produced this product found it difficult to compete because many large companies that originally sold non-organic food also started selling organic food. There is much debate about is organic food safer and more nutritious. Recent research has shown that organic food reduces the chances of developing heart disease. Bacteria can actually contaminate organic and non-organic fruit and vegetables. Doctors also recommend reducing the amount of sugar in food because processed food called organic can also be unhealthy if they contain a lot of sugar. Actually, it's still unclear is organic food healthier or not. For that, we need more research on the content of organic food. Okay, that's all about mental health and organic food. Thank you.
Topic 4. However, medical equipment make refer to both very complex devices used by professionals as well as the simple instrument which you make even yourself. 9 common medical tools. 1. Hospital stretcher. 2. Stethoscope. 3. stethoscope. 4. Thermometer, case, weighing scale, defibrillation, sterilizer, medical equipment.
My name is Siti Hairani Nobri Nurjana. Coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus, is a contagious disease. Most people infected with the COVID-19 virus will experience respiratory disease, cough, flu, fever, and so on. The best way to prevent the COVID-19 is to protect yourself, such as washing your hands with a hand sanitizer, not leaving the house, keeping your distance, not making physical contact. Mental health is affected by events in life that leave a run impact on a person's personality and people.
This is Alicia Putri and I want to start telling about topic 5. It's about mental health, and I was reading the articles. In paragraph 1, they say about stigma in general public, and in paragraph 2, they say about how people treat their who have mental illness in 50 years ago, and I read it, and there is, the mental health workers, there is a lobotomic, which is the lobotomic destroy our brain, our part of brain. It was so rude. And there is electric chairs, and it's so barbaric for me and for all of us, because it's inhuman, and it's inhuman. Like, how can there use a lobotomic and electric chairs to dear who have mental illness? And yeah, that's my opinion in paragraph 2. And about paragraph 3, it's better now because the mental health workers use another therapy. So many therapy, like hear music, listen music, and writing, and so many more. And there is psychiatrists, of course, like psycholog, and there is, I think it's kind of look like psychological drugs. And yeah, it's better now. But about stigma, especially in Indonesian, it's still broken, because people treat their who have mental illness like you're crazy, but they're not crazy, they just need our help. Like, they're not crazy, they're just sick, they're just something wrong in yourself. And I think we must fix it, we must help. And I want to start telling about topic 3, which is the topic about 10 questions about coronavirus. And the coronavirus get the name from MERS and SARS. There is like a triplets. And about symptoms, like the symptom is kind of look like coke, such as fever, and increase the temperature of the body. And coke, like example, if you have contact, if you get the contact with an infected person, maybe you can get the symptoms. And it's about transmit the virus if you're ill. Like, yeah, you can transmit the virus if you have been a contact with an infected person. Maybe you can get the symptoms. And the articles say about how virus transmit. Yeah, you can transmit the virus, like if we shake our hands, the virus can transmit. And like, can you get the virus again? if you already been infected once, the answer is no. Like if you ever get the virus, you can't get the virus again. And it's about transmit the virus. If you're ill or not, you can transmit the virus if you're ill to another person, to another person, to your family, to your friends, and company. Cure for the coronavirus is still no. The doctors say if we don't have a cure for the coronavirus and for the vaccine too, because we can't get the vaccine now, but the government and the another world government, they work hard for find the vaccine for us. And about wearing a facial mask, it's yeah, we can still transmit the virus if we use our facial mask, because maybe if we shake hands with the person who get the coronavirus, and yeah, we still transmit. And now all we can do is just stay at home and stay healthy and drink the vitamin. That's it. So just it for me about.
Hello everyone, my name is Nazla Rafika. I'm from the Public Health Faculty. Would like to share my opinion on topic 5 and topic 6. I will explain topic 5 about mental health. Okay, mental health has undergone major change and now offers a variety of therapies for suffering from a chronic illness or condition not everyone can overcome, unless with drugs. There are various kinds of therapies to restore mental health, such as psychiatry, psychology, psychotherapy, and others. The difference is psychiatrist, a physician who specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of mental disorders. Psychology, a person trained and educated to perform psychology or research, testing, and therapy. Psychotherapy, treatment of mental disorders and behavioral disturbance using verbal and non-verbal communication. And then I will also explain topic 6, namely about promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. Promoting good hand hygiene is one of the most basic yet powerful tools that member states in the Southeast Asia region should continue to utilize to reduce the spread of COVID-19. We must reduce and overcome this virus only by keeping hands clean, because by using the hand, the virus will enter from anywhere, for example, from the nose or mouth. This is a very dangerous, right? Therefore, we must be diligent in keeping our body clean. The government also meditates on the health strategy by providing hand sanitizer anywhere, as well as a place to wash hands. This is very useful for reducing the spread of the coronavirus.
Good morning and best wishes for all of us. My name is Tabita Ronaudi Siombing. I come from Lintong Nihuta, and I took topic 4 and topic 5. Where is topic 4 grading hospital equipment? This hospital equipment is a bandage, thermometer, stretcher, chest, sling, bandage, cutters. Di mana alat-alat yang ada di rumah sakit, yang pertama adalah termometer, yang kedua adalah stetoskop, yang ketiga adalah perban, yang keempat pengumban,
Dan yang kelima, kruk. Keenam, kursi roda. Dan lebih jelas lagi bisa kita lihat di pertemuan 4, adapun tujuan serta alat-alat yang ada di rumah sakit lebih jelas lagi diperjelas di topik 4 atau di pertemuan 4. Saya lanjut ke topik 5, yaitu kesehatan mental. I move on to topic 5 normally, that is mental health. Ada example sentence for mental health are. Adapun contoh kalimat kesehatan mental serta tujuannya yaitu number 1, the treatment of certain psychotic condition by passing an electric current through the brain to induce outcome of the condition from laboratory. Arti dari kalimat pertama itu adalah pengobatan kondisi psikotik tertentu dengan mengalirkan arus listrik ke otak. Untuk memicu datangnya atau pemeriksaan ini bisa dilakukan di laboratorium. Dan and then number 2, infusion into the frontal lobe of the brain to serve one or more nerve tracts, schizophrenia. Yang arti dari kalimat kedua itu adalah insisi direbus frontal otak ke server satu atau lebih saluran saraf yang disebut dengan schizophrenia. Okay, alright. To number 3, any of a group of the psychotic disorders mostly characterized by wandering from reality, psychological patterns of the thinking, delusionation, and hallucination delusion. Yang arti dari kalimat ketiga yaitu salah satu dari kelompok gangguan psikotik biasanya ditandai dengan penarikan diri dari kenyataan, pola berpikir yang tidak logis, dan halusinasi. Dan lebih jelas lagi bisa kita baca di pertemuan 5 serta tujuannya. Sekian penjelasan saya mengenai topik 4 dan 5. Apabila ada kesalahan, saya minta maaf. Sekian dan terima kasih. That is example Regnius topic 4 and 5. If there is a mistake, I am sorry, and thank you and goodbye.
On medical equipment, not many people know about the many medical equipment in hospital. They only know about some of the medical equipment they have encountered. The first, thermometer used to measure body temperature. The second was used to bind the wound. The third, transport wheelchair was used for patients who had difficulty walking. Though there are many medical tools available in hospital. An example of the use of our own medical equipment when we are wounded is necessary to bind the wound with bandages. If the wound is not bandaged, it will easily become contamination by bacteria. And then mental health. Mental health is very common in society, and it is due to a number of triggers. The mental health, including stress, phobia, environmental stress. Some 50 years ago, mental health was very high. But luckily, for new mental health has been in decline. The public is getting the proper treatment of their mental health problems. There's never been important psychology and psychiatry in terms of this mental health.
While mental health cannot be completely cured, there are some things that can be done with such treatment. The first ACT electroconvulsive therapy is that of treating a particular psychotic condition by passing an electrical current through the brain to indication a coma or seizure. The second of frontal lobotomy. Frontal lobotomy incursion into the frontal lobe of the brain to sever one more or more nerve threads. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Alright, introduction. My name is Berkat Elinia Zega, the Public Health Study Program. On this occasion, I will discuss two topics in the English. Course on mental health on the 5 topic and organic food on the 7 topic. Emotional, psychologies, and social health, mental health is very important at very stage of life from childhood to adulthood. 50 years ago, every patient who wanted to undergo their treatment first considered in because were in electroconvulsive therapy. It because were in the electroconvulsive very similar with a less lethal version of the electric chair and even more pertinent frontal lobotomy treatment involves discovering this part of suffering from schizophrenia and delusion often resolve, but the patient is left without full brain function. Well, fortunately, today mental health has undergone major changes and now offers a variety of therapies for those suffering from a condition. Most large hospitals will have referred them to a psychologist who by therapy will help the patient realize the cause of their problem. Well, I will discuss the second topic, which is organic food. These organic foods are among the most popular foods these days and can be very expensive. There is one major difference between organic foods and non-organic. Namely, organic farming does not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. However, these organic foods has advantages and disadvantages for consumers is expenses. Doctors recommended washing the product carefully before eating it and also not forgetting to wash their hands and check the ingredients of processed food and beverages. That is my opinion or understanding about the two articles. Thank you.
Guys, my name is Indira Raswari. I want to tell about topic 6 and 7. Okay, first about topic 6. Title is Promote Hand Hygiene to Save Life and Combat COVID-19. Promoting good hand hygiene, one of the most basic yet powerful tools that member states of the WHO Southeast Asia region must continue to leverage to reduce the spread of COVID-19. All member states should urgently provide universal access to public hand hygiene stations as they embark on the next phase of the pandemic response, including at the entrance to every public or private commercial building and at all transport locations. Okay, second about topic 7. The title is organic food. Organic food is very popular this day. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food costs twice as much as non-organic food. However, recent studies have shown that eating organically grown product reduces your chances of developing heart disease. Whether organic food is healthier or not is still not clear, so more research is needed. However, consumers of organic food often say better safe than sorry when it comes to what we eat. Okay guys, thank you.
I will explain what is medical equipment and organic food. Medical equipment typically was only knowledge about neither comes from annual checkup, but very complex deviation assessed by professionals as well as to simple instruments which you may even ask yourself. Example, you wake up in the morning with a triple headache, feeling refreshed, you quickly pound the balls, and you say need a day off. Then grab a thermometer to take the temperature. Gosh, it is lost traction grabs from you really and to go to the doctor. Number 2. Organic food. Some organic food costs twice as much as non-organic food. Parents of your children and even some pet owners will pay high price for organic food in the thing it is netters. But many other things organic food is just a waste of money. Many doctors allow people with should return to a moment of surgery. In our days and there is to everything. To sport is the idiom. The recommend carefully checking the laws in direction of the present food and drink for.
Hello, good morning. Greetings, Hadley. My name is Fatih Amanda Zura from the Faculty of Public Health. Here I want to recount two topics, namely medical equipment and organic food, to meet my midterm exam, so I made this video. Topic 1. This topic is about medical equipment. This summarizes what I have read. In my view, medical equipment is a familiar thing for children of public health faculty. To the layman, his knowledge might be like a complex device such as a defibrillator. In the text, there are medical instruments such as thermometers, stethoscopes, and bandage. In the text, there is a story that tells about heat injuries. The person is carried by medical personnel who have been fitted with a neck brace. The person is examined with a diagnostic equipment. Then an MRI scan is performed. The patient will be given anesthesia so that he is unconscious for future treatment. There are medical several devices that we can easily use ourselves, such as bandage and thermometers. So that's all I can take from the topics 1. Next, the second topic on organic food. Organic food is very popular these days. The main difference between organic and non-organic food: organic farming does not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides, which stops insects from damaging crops. Some people think organic also means locally grown, and this was originally true. However, as the text explains, a lot of organic food is now grown by large agricultural companies that sell their product far from where they are grown. In the text tells about the use of agricultural chemicals can cause cancer, but it turns out that organic food can reduce your chance of developing heart disease. And the text tells you that if we want to consume organic and inorganic fruit or vegetables, it is recommended to wash the product and wash our hands before eating. This is useful to prevent bacteria from contaminating food, and we are advised to reduce the amount of sugar in our food because organic food can also be very unhealthy when it contains a lot of sugar. I thought it was over. Maybe that's all I can explain from these two topics. Okay, thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Esther Grace Jalali. You can call me Grace, but it's up to you guys. And I want to explain you and telling you about organic food and medical equipment. Okay, I want to start to organic food. Okay, to telling about organic food is popular and safe, and too good and healthy, right? In some countries, organic food to give a special label in right is 100% organic food. And then I want to tell you about medical equipment. Okay? Medical equipment is important to discuss how medical equipment often many people using medical equipment is very expensive and complicated. Okay, medical equipment to use in different situations. Medical equipment complicated to use in heart sick. When simple medical equipment to use in not heart sick, right? Not heart sick is medical equipment such as thermometer, right? Thermometer. And then medical equipment is very, very important. It's very, very important in my health and your health, alright? This may explain. I want to understand my explain. Forgive me. It's very wrong in my language. I wish you guys look to your health. Bye.
Good morning, ma'am. I want to tell about COVID-19 and mental health. The first, I will to tell about COVID-19. COVID-19 is an outbreak of disease caused by coronavirus. Coronavirus can cause minor disturbances to the respiratory system, severe lung infections, and death. This virus can take anyone. Coronavirus was first discovered in the city of Wuhan, China at the end of December 2019. This virus is spreading quickly and has spread to almost all countries, including Indonesia, in just a few months. So that several countries implemented policies to impose lockdowns in order to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And the second, I will to tell about mental health. Mental health is affected by events in life that leave a large impact on the person's personality and behavior. These events can include domestic violence, child abuse, or long-term stress. If mental health is impaired, mental illness may result. Mental disorders can change how a person handles stress, relate to other people, make a choice, and trigger a desire to harm. The way to prevent mental disorders is maintain positive thinking and have ability to solve your problems. Thank you for your attention, ma'am.
Hello everyone, my name is Ezra Trimutiara Akasna, Faculty of Public Health. In this video, I will retell topic 3 and topic 6. Just go ahead and first about the coronavirus or COVID-19. The virus which has two names, coronavirus and COVID-19, virus which cause respiratory infection, referred to as the coronavirus. Disease was first identified December 2019 and has been since renamed COVID-19. The media and the public continue to refer to it as the coronavirus. What are the symptoms of the virus? People infected with the COVID-19 often experience symptoms such as loss of taste, shortness of breath, flu such as fever, cough, and sore throat. What shall you do if you suspect that you might have the virus? If you experience serious symptoms, seek medical help immediately for examination. How is the virus transmitted? Coronavirus transmission occurs through direct contact with an infected person, such as shaking hands, splashing saliva. When an infected person chokes, sneezes, and talks, this is why washing hands is so important. Is there a cure or vaccine for the coronavirus? There is currently no cure or vaccine for the virus, but the symptoms caused by this virus can be managed by medical personnel. Does wearing a face mask help agent contracting the virus? One of the ways that can be done to prevent transmission by wearing a mask. What is more important is to washing your hand regular and thoroughly with soap. That's all for topic 3. Now let me retell topic 6 about promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. Every country must prepare good and correct hand hygiene facilities. By preparing hand hygiene can protect the safety of patients and other communities and can break the chain of the virus. Because good hand hygiene is one of the most basic but powerful tools that all countries must continue to use to reduce the spread of COVID-19. In addition, by washing our hands regularly and thoroughly with soap or using an alcohol-based hand rub are very important actions we can take to protect ourselves as well as others. That is for this video. If there is an error in the English pronunciation, I'm sorry, I cannot speak English very well and I have difficulty in speak English. Thanks for watching my video and goodbye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rarafiani Adistira. I want storytelling about the coronavirus or COVID-19. Coronavirus are a large family of viruses that are known to cause illness, ranging from the common cold to more severe illness, such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome or MERS and severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS. What are the symptoms of the virus? Common symptoms include fever more than 318 Celsius, dry cough, and shortness of breath.
If there are people who within 14 days before the symptoms appear have traveled to an infected country or have cared for or had close contact with a person with COVID-19, then that the person will be subjected to further laboratorium tests to confirm the diagnosis. How do humans get infected with COVID-19? A person can become infected from surface of COVID-19. Disease can spread through small droplets from the nose or mouth when coughing or sneezing. Then droplet then falls on the object around it. Then if someone else touches an object that has been contaminated with the droplet, then that the person touched the nose or mouth, then that person can be infected with COVID-19. Can COVID-19 be caught from a person who has no symptoms? Currently, WHO assesses that the risk of transmission from someone who isn't symptomatic of COVID-19 is very unlikely. However, many people who are identified with COVID-19 experience only mild symptoms such as a mild cough or do not complain of pain, which might occur in the early stage of the disease. Is there a vaccine for COVID-19 already? Vaccines to prevent COVID-19 infection are in the development or therapies. Are antibiotics effective in preventing and treating COVID-19? No, antibiotics only works against bacteria, not viruses, because COVID-19 is caused by virus. Antibiotics cannot be used as a means of prevention of treatment. However, if you are hospitalized and diagnosed with COVID-19, you may be given antibiotics, as secondary infections are often caused by bacteria. Next, I will tell you about the kinds of medical equipment. Medical equipment is any device intended for use for medical purpose. So, medical equipment benefits patients by helping healthcare providers diagnose and treat patients and helping patients cope with illness, improving their quality of life. Medical equipment have various functions that can help you monitor your health conditions regularly, especially if you are suffering from certain conditions. Not only that, medical equipment can also prevent conditions that can be fatal. Here is medical equipment with its functions. So, the first is defibrillator. For this tool, to correct an abnormal heart rate by means of an electric shock. The second is thermometer. This tool is to measure body temperature. Next, this to know the pressure. This tool used during throat examinations that help to keep the view open. And then, a stethoscope is a device used to listen to a person's breath or heart. Then there's stretcher, splint, cast, bandage, sling, wheelchair. Wheelchair have a function as means of a rolling transportation, which is often used by someone who cannot walk. And there's brace, syringe, scalpel, forceps, and cutter. And the last one is MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. This is medical imaging technique used to produce imaging of internal organs. That's all from my storytelling. If there is an error in pronunciation, I'm sorry. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, my name is Anissa Aulia. I am from the Public Health Faculty, and in this video, I will retell topic 3 about 10 questions about the coronavirus and topic 7 about organic food. First, let me retell topic 3 about 10 questions about the coronavirus. In this topic, there is 10 questions about the coronavirus. Question number 1. Why is the virus have two names? Coronavirus is a virus causing respiratory infection, and since it first identified in December 2019, it renamed as COVID-19. But the public and the media prefer to call it as the coronavirus. That's why this virus have two names. Question number 2. What are the symptoms of the coronavirus? People who are infected to this virus have flu-like symptoms, such as fever, coughing, sore throat, and difficulty breathing. But not everyone who have cold infected to the coronavirus. That's why we have to remember if we ever been to a place that are infected or making a contact with a people who are infected. Question number 3. What should we do if we suspect that we might have the virus? If we suspect that we might have the virus and ever been to a place that are infected or make a contact with a people who are infected, we should call general practitioner and to be tested to the virus. Question number 4. How is the virus transmitted? The virus can be transmitted by a contact to a person, like shaking hands, by the air, like sneezing and coughing, by touching the surface that has a virus on it. Question number 5. Can we transmit the virus if we are not ill? We can be infected by someone who has mild symptoms and does not feel very ill, because not every people immediately notice that they have these symptoms. Question number 6. Can we get the virus again if we already have been infected once? Usually no, because the virus will then be recognized by the people's immune system. Question number 7. How dangerous is the virus? Mortality among the people who are infected to this virus is approximately 2%. Of all people, 17% have serious complaints, but maybe the number who are infected by this virus is actually higher than reported. Question number 8. Is there a cure for this virus? Till now, there is no cure and treatment supportive. All the doctors can do is treat the fever and provide extra oxygen to patients who have airway complaints. Question number 9. Is there a vaccine for this virus? Till now, there is no vaccine to this virus. Various organizations still do research to find the vaccine for this virus. Question number 10. Does wearing a facial mask help against contracting the virus? Unfortunately, we can still contract the virus even when we wear masks. Masks prevent people who are infected from spreading the virus. The most important is to wash our hands regularly and thoroughly. That's all for topic 3. And now I will retell about topic 7 about the organic food. Organic food is very popular these days. It can also be very expensive, but some parents and pet owners will pay high price for the organic food if they think it's healthier. But some people think it's just waste of money. Organic food do not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides. Usually in organic food there will be a label to guarantee that they are grown organically. At first, only small companies that produce organic foods. But as demand overtook supply, other big companies' food started to sell organic products. Small companies find it difficult to compete with the other big companies. So many of them didn't stay longer in this business. There is an important part of the debate. Is organic food safer and more nutritious? However, recent studies show that eating organic food will reduce chance developing of heart disease. Many doctors think it's important to stop dangerous bacteria contaminating our food. Many doctors also think it's important to reduce the amount of sugar in our diets, and there is a lot of evidence to prove this idea. Organic food can also be very unhealthy if they contain a lot of sugar. Most of people agree naturally grown food tastes better. That's a matter of opinion. Whether organic food healthier or not is still not clear. However, consumers of organic food often say better safe than sorry when it comes to what we eat. I think that's all for this video. I'm sorry for my bad English, and I'm sorry if there is a word that I pronounced it wrong. And thank you.
Hi, my name is Hilda Minada Sejuk. I'm standing here to tell you my explanation about virus corona. Please check it out. 10 questions about the coronavirus. Number 1. Why does the virus have two names? Coronavirus refers to a large family of viruses causing respiratory infection responsible for a variety of illnesses including the common cold, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. Number 2. What are the symptoms of the virus? People who are infected with the COVID-19 victims often have wasting symptoms, such as fever, chills, sore throat, and difficulty breathing. Number 3. What should you do if you suspect that you might have the virus? You should telephone your general practitioner who will arrange for you to be tested for the virus. You should get the result of the test within 24 hours. Number 4. How is the virus transmitted? The coronavirus is transmitted from person to person through close personal contact such as shaking hands. Number 5. Can you transmit the virus if you are not ill? The majority of people who are infected by the coronavirus display the symptoms and therefore transmit the diseases when they are ill. You could reverse get the virus from someone who mildly coughs and does not feel very ill. Okay, number 6. Can you get the virus again if you have already been infected once? A person who has been infected with the coronavirus can usually not be infected again because the virus will be recognized by the person's immune system. Number 7. How dangerous is the virus? The mortality rate among people who have been infected with the coronavirus is approximately 2%. However, mortality is closely related to age and medical condition. Number 8. Is there a cure for the coronavirus? At the moment, there is no cure for the virus and treatment is supportive. Number 9. Is there a vaccine? There is still no vaccine against the COVID-19 virus. Number 10. Does wearing a facial mask help against contracting the virus? Unfortunately, people can still contract an illness such as coronavirus even if they wear a facial mask. Okay, this is my first topic regarding the coronavirus. The next topic is the second topic, promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. Promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19 by Dr. Poonam Khetrapal Singh, WHO Regional Director for Southeast Asia. Promoting good hand hygiene is one of the most basic COVID-19 because there are so many invisible bacteria on our hands. So for the present situation, it's mandatory to wash hands. By strengthening the ability of nurses and other medical personnel, we can combat COVID-19, maintain cleanliness, and start together to wash our hands diligently. Regular and thorough hand washing with soap or use of an alcohol-based rub are critical measures each of us can take to protect ourselves, each other, and those who care for us. As the word marks, the annual WHO Save Lives, Clean Your Hands campaign and on 5 May, which is also the International Day of Midwife. It is imperative that member states continue to achieve hand hygiene and healthy care. There are several opportunities for member states and health leaders in the region to immediately scale up their support to nurses, midwives, and others from frontline responders to deliver clean care. First, a public and private health facilities should make functional hand hygiene stations gradually accessible. Second, all health facilities should establish or strengthen hand hygiene improvement strategies. And third, health facility leaders should make hand hygiene a key quality monitoring indicator. Okay, there are two topics that I examination about the coronavirus. I hope enjoy it. I'm sorry my English is not perfect, but I'm try again and again. Okay guys, thank you, bye.
Good morning, my name is Rahanur. I'm from the Public Health Faculty. I will storytelling about topic 3 and 6, coronavirus and promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. The coronavirus disease was first identified in December 2019 and has since been renamed COVID-19. People infected with the COVID-19 virus often experience flu-like symptoms such as fever, cold, sore throat, and shortness of breath. If you have flu-like symptoms and have been doing activities with the infected person, you should immediately check with a doctor so you can find out whether you have the coronavirus or not. Virus can also be spread by touching a surface with the virus and then touching the mouth, nose, or eyes. This is why frequent hand wash is so important. There is still no cure or vaccine to fight the COVID-19 virus. It is more important to wash your hands regularly with soap, wear a mask, keep your distance, stay at home, and promote hand hygiene to save lives and combat COVID-19. Promoting good hand hygiene is one of the most basic yet powerful tools that member states of WHO, such Asia regions, must continue to leverage to reduce the spread of the COVID-19. Regular and thorough hand wash with soap or use of an alcohol-based rub are critical measures each of us can take to protect ourselves, each other, those who care for us. Effective infection prevention and control measures, including hand hygiene, are critical to ensuring health facilities do not become hubs of the COVID-19 transmission, and to reducing health are critical associated infection of other pathogens, which account for estimated 8 million deaths globally each year. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Najla Lestari Simatupang. I'm from the Public Health Department. In this video, I will tell about coronavirus. What is the coronavirus? It is a super small germ that can make you sick. Sometimes this germ can move from person to person, very fast, making many people sick. First, why does the virus have two names? Coronavirus refers to a rare family of viruses that cause respiratory infection that are responsible for virus diseases including flu and fever, the two symptoms of the virus. People infected with such as there, what should you do if you suspect that you may have a virus? If most immediately call the nearest doctor. 4. How is the virus transmitted? Is the coronavirus transmitted for people through close personal pass the virus if you are not sick? The majority of people infected with the coronavirus show symptoms and therefore transmit the disease when they are sick. If they get sick, it is important to undergo self-isolation for 14 days. As a good society, we must follow the rules that have been prepared. One of which is to promote hand hygiene. Washing hands regularly is a quick action to break the chain of the spread of COVID-19. Simple step that we can take, namely first, all public health facilities must provide and hygiene facilities within 1 meter of the second toilet. I must bring a third hand sanitizer away from the crowd and wash with a mask.
Morning, Miss. My name is Nastapa Fiatni Warugu. I explain to topic 3 and topic 4. The first I explain to topic 3 and title Coronavirus. In topic 3, there are several questions about the coronavirus. Number 1. Why does the virus have two names? What are the symptoms of the virus? Number 3. What should you do if you suspect that you might have the virus? Number 4. How is the virus transmitted? Number 5. Can you transmit the virus if you are not ill? Number 6. Can you get the virus again if you have already been infected once? Number 7. How dangerous is the virus? Number 8. Is there a cure for the coronavirus? Number 9. Is there a vaccine? Number 10. Does wearing a facial mask help against contracting the virus? Number 2. I will explain about topic 4 and title medical equipment. In topic 4, some equipment is used with treating patients. For example, a thermometer, stethoscope, cast, sling, spline, and others. Those my explanations of topic 3 and topic 4. Before that, I'm sorry because there are many mistakes in my video. Thank you, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am. Today I will to tell about two topics from SPADA.
The first topic is about medical equipment and the second topic is about mental health. Medical equipment is a very important equipment for patients. The current atmosphere is definitely a lot of people who have contracted COVID, influenza, fever, and etc. When we go to a clinic or hospital, we will all find this equipment. Examples include syringes, stethoscopes, drugs, thermometers, infusion sets. And then the second topic is about mental health. Mental health is psychological well-being or the absence of mental disorders. Mental health disorders from several types of conditions were categorized as well-being, serial disorders, stress, and depression. Usually they will go to a psychiatrist or psychotherapy to relieve phobias, mood stabilizers, and panic attacks. That's all I can explain to ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, and good night.
Hello everyone, my name is Dita Nulasana Janas. You can call me Dita. In this video, I'll storytelling about two topics I studied in English college, which is mental health and 10 questions about COVID-19. For mental health, there are some diseases. Example, panic attack. Panic attack is an episode of acute and disturbing anxiety associated with such physical symptoms as hyperventilation and sweating. 2. Phobia. Phobia is an abnormal, intense, and irrational fear of a given situation, organism, or object. 3. Schizophrenia. Any of a group of psychiatric disorders usually characterized by withdrawal from reality, illogical patterns of thinking, delusion, and hallucination. And 4. Delusion. Delusion is a belief held with strong conviction, superior evidence to the contrary. And there are some medication, which is ECT or electrophysiological therapy, the asylum, psychiatrist, psychologist, metabolizer, physiotherapy drug, and creative therapy. And for topic 2, 10 questions about COVID-19. The question is 1. Why does the virus have two names? 2. What are the symptoms of the virus? 3. What should you do if you suspect that you might have the virus? 4. How is the virus transmission? 5. Can you transmit the virus if you are not ill? 6. Can you get the virus again if you have already been infected once? 7. How dangerous is the virus? 8. Is there a cure for the coronavirus? 9. Is there a vaccine? And 10. Does wearing a facial mask help against contracting the virus? That's storytelling for me. Sorry for mistake. Thank you and bye bye.
My name is Elisa Kairesi, one from Public Health Department. Organic food. Organic food is very popular these days. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food costs twice as much as non-organic food. Parents of young children and even some pet owners will pay high price for organic food if they think it's healthier. But many others think organic food is just a waste of money. There is one main difference between organic and non-organic food. Organic foods do not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides that stop insects from damaging crops. In many countries, food that claim to be organic must have special labels that guarantee they are grown organically. Some people think organic also means locally grown, and originally this was true. But over time, organic farming has become big business with many organic foods now being grown by large agricultural companies that sell their products far from where they are grown. Processed food made with organic ingredients has also become more popular. At first, only small companies produced this product, but as demand overtook supply.
My name is Anggi Octavia. I will storytelling some of the topic of our meeting, that is. First topic about is promote hand hygiene to save life and combat COVID-19. Here, we can see how important hand wash is to combat COVID-19 by washing hands proper and correctly is one of the most effective and basic ways we can to reduce COVID-19. With promoting good, proper hand washing, we can protect ourselves, each other, and those who care for us like health workers. Second topic about is organic food. Organic food is hard food, but there are still many who consider organic food to be expensive food and wasted money buying organic food. Here, we can see organic and non-organic food as the farmers say. They do not use agricultural chemicals such as pesticides in their cultivation. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Nazila Anggraini, NIM 20331301010016. I want to share here two topics about the coronavirus and mental health. I will first tell you about the topic of the corona. People who are infected with the COVID-19 virus often have flu-like symptoms such as fever, causing sore throat and difficulty breathing. However, not everyone who has a cold need be concerned about being infected with the coronavirus. Areas with a high risk of infection are, for example, China, where the virus first manifested in the city of Wuhan. South Korea and Italy are shortly under heavily affected areas. At the moment, there is no cure for the virus and treatment is supportive, and there is still no vaccine against the COVID-19 virus. More important is to wash your hands regularly and thoroughly with soap for at least 20 seconds, also including your wrists. And the second topic I'm going to tell about is mental health. One of the greatest challenges faced by mental health workers in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness, a stigma which doesn't only affect the general public but also volunteers and other healthcare professionals. If someone suffers from a minor mental health problem such as panic attack or a particular phobia, they are just as likely to find the help they need on the high street. What the psychiatrists and psychologists are well versed in psychotherapy, but online the psychiatrists can prescribe medications such as mood stabilizer or psychoactive drugs if needed. In recent years, creative therapy like music, color, or dance therapy have also proved successful for certain conditions. Art therapy, for example, has proved effective in the treatment of patients with dementia. The following is an explanation from me about the coronavirus and mental health. More and less, I am sorry. Good morning.
And that I will explain about medical experiment. Jadi di sini kami jelaskan tentang peralatan alat medis di rumah sakit. Tapi akan saya jelaskan tentang peralatan alat medis itu menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Jadi kalau ada kekurangan aku mengucapi bahasa Inggris, mohon dimaafin ya guys. Okay, check it out. Hospital are organic heart care institution. Perfect heart service going my Favifurna. Heart care perfect. It includes promotion, preventive, from curative, rehabilitative to sport. Regular heart care regulates some heart management and management. Heart is a process of way of effective at that course of the heart. Development, the source. Heart human heart rigorous for my duty for cards pulling for on foot at Magic Crest. Public management, informative and medical course, heart regulation and environment. Medical instrument is an aspect of the accomplishment of the activities heart service. In the course of heart, Minister RE no 220 admit case per sec EX atau 109 to 11 sick. It is signed the heart toll of material for food of salt. Tool her heart. There are used in the heart car and the car. The announcing errors. Notation of perfection of disaster, bowling, disorder of symptoms
in rumors, recovery, improvement, or cars of eye are function of the body or the structure of the rumors the body now. The availability of agreement of in the totally used by hospital will be expert. Orality of the research, medical equipment, organity, and then imaginative at hand supervision. For the medical equipment malfunction, error in diagnosing and cold block give hard to fatigue at so adapt this deep fashion the therapeutic and supervision are essential all medical tools. In the course of influences and maintenance of the tool and medical equipment is due to inadequate equipment planning. That matter the maintenance in the summer class that all of the existing experiment is known. The church short with short bit abbreviated at least one version of the agreement in first term value. The afternoon of my maintenance course is 7 hack 11% of agreement cost. 3 maintenance of medical agreement of the regular in short supply of some agreement and are increasingly infected. The maintenance costs are at 20% and then 40% regular investment after the can be used in crash service caused by 16% 80% basing that are known previously. The selection of medical equipment resulted in a meaningful environment for the medical school. It Becker's medical school it the Becker's 2001. The function of maintenance is an interface of the process of activities to study technical condition, quality, and inventory power. Argument of activities maintenance requires technical direction and standard procedures atau short maintenance and optimization of medical equipment of cruisers service regulars. Maintenance is also important aspect of the medical equipment includes human regulars, bigger maintenance or volunteers maintenance equipment and maintenance on tribal medical spray of the my fortune family function properly and then the quality of medical equipment. The ocean will go on way 11 tonight. Maintenance of the medical maintenance is covered preventive care and corrective care and it does not from the literature. There is also for asking of collaboration in maintenance activities. Maintenance activities cross of the from maintenance is it covers preventive and care and corrective care and it does not prevent that. There is also room for you testing of or calibration in maintenance activities. Calibration is the word at covering physical examination and my agreement for the terms that across the characteristic of the instrument that does the correspondingly of the instrument again job safety and then activity to host good and agreement medical treatment is in order to function properly when and that and informate for facility and the effectiveness of nurse medical agreement to the success of the car standard. My home the heart kit in iron can get her of insurance in the horse sun insurance car in low heart after her birth insect breeders offspring. Not only can I break your vaccination complaint will at home say I give of Albergras crossing cool of average to activate cream. There are some standard hard to tool and medical rest that should always be available at home. The risk vinegar squeeze and refrigerator were just enough to cover one exorate to cut gross gauzy for plaster. Thank you for attention. See you. Morning all. My name is Yoabere Ronaldi Situmayang from our Prima Indonesia University. Will explain about mental health. Oke guys, jadi di sini mental health is after that by effort in live the liver are argue in front of a personality and behavior. Thus effect can include domestic violence, chill about of long-term stress. If mental health is inferior, mental illness of mental illness. My research. Mental disorders can get of a person under stress. Related to other people may make cross and trigger I descend to help hard. Come types of mental disorder include depression, before disorder, anxiety from a post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD), obsessive compulsive disorder OCD, and physiologists. Some mental illnesses only occur in certain types of sufferers, such as for postpartum depression that all affect motor of gifted breed. Thank you. Matikan dulu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Naufal dari Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat. Saya ingin menjelaskan tentang virus corona. Karena virus is a collection of viruses that can infect the respiratory system. In many cases, this virus only causes mild respiratory infections such as flu. However, this virus can also cause severe respiratory infection such as lung infection. This virus is transmitted through sputum droplets from the respiratory tract. For example, when in a closed room with poor air circulation or direct contact with droplets. Apart from virus or the coronavirus, viruses that are also included in this group are the viruses that cause severe acute respiratory syndrome, viruses that causes mild respiratory even though it is caused by a virus from the same group, namely the coronavirus COVID-19, has several differences from SARS and MERS, including in terms for the speed of spread and the severity of something. Sekian dari saya ucapkan terima kasih.
Hello guys, good morning everyone. Here I will introduce myself. First, my name Maria Gabriel Listiani Sinaga. I am from the Faculty of Public Health. Want to examine result from the understanding of topic there and topic 5. I will explain topic 5 about mental health. Mental health has undergone major change and now offers a variety of therapies for those suffering from the certain illness of condition. Not everyone can overcome illness with drugs. There are various kinds of therapies to restore mental health, such as psychiatry, psychology, psychotherapy, and others. We don't need to go to the hospital because there is that therapy psychiatry, psychology, psychotherapy, because all diseases can be treated. I will explain topic 3 about COVID-19. Here we know how important it is to wash hands regularly during COVID-19, and hand washing is also one of the important actions we can take to protect ourselves and others who can care for us. That's all from me. If there is a pronunciation error, please understand it because I don't really understand English. Thank you.
Hello, good morning all. My name is M. Suryati. I want to explain some material I did understand. The two topics I want to explain areas mental health. One of the biggest challenges mental health workers have faced in recent years and breaking the stigma attached to mental illness. Art therapy, example, has proved effective in the treatment of people with dementia. Vocabulary: mental phlebotomy, schizophrenia, delusion, asylum, dementia. Fixeries, psychologists, panic, phobia, psychotherapy, mood stabilizers. The second topic is COVID-19 because this material is wonderful for me because in this material it also explains the must be done to avoid spreading the virus. For example, keeping at distances, also washing hands, and always wearing a mask outside the home.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Aryani Tarigan. I am from the Faculty of Public Health. In my explanation, thinking topic 5 about mental health. Mental health, one of the greatest challenges faced by mental health works in recent years, has been breaking down the stigma it is held to mental illness. A stigma which does only affects the general public but also parents and other healthcare professionals. In recent years, creative therapies like music, color of the therapy have also provided support for certain conditions. Therapy, for example, has provided effective in the treatment of fights with dementia and physical type drug, commercial substance that affects the processes of the mind, and creative therapy, any non-standard process which focuses on the action instead of the result as a most of the therapy. Dementia started of serious emotional and mental deterioration. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello all, my name is Cici Salviani Saragi. Today I want to storytelling about is mental health and organic food. Now I want to explain what is mental health. Mental health is a condition of a person related to oneself who active in facing and overcoming problems by maintaining self-stability. Also when facing new condition and has really been concerned about one's own life or condition. The great challenge faced by mental health workers in recent years has been breaking down attention to mental illness, how to prevent mental disorders, namely establishing good relationship with family, getting closer to God, thinking positively, and learning from failures, and maintaining good relationship with people around. Next, I want to explain what is organic food. Organic food is food that in the process planting, maintaining and processing it does not add chemicals such as chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides, antibiotics, hormones, yeast, or other synthetic materials. Organic food is popular these days. It can also be very expensive. Some organic food costs twice as much as non-organic food. As we know, organic food has a higher price than ordinary food. Even so, the expensive price is of course in accordance with the quality of it. Organic food can increase our ability to absorb more nutrients such as vitamin, minerals, and essential fatty acids. Okay, that's all the story of mental health and organic food. Thank you for listening and your attention.
Hello everyone, I want to tell you about promote hand hygiene to save life and combat COVID-19 based on topic 6. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Maria Angelita Cantika, you can call me Angel. This is statement by Dr. Poonam. Effective infection prevention and control measures including hand hygiene are crucial to ensuring health facilities that become hub of COVID-19 transmission and to reducing health care associated infection from other pathogens, which account for an estimated 8 million deaths globally each year. Nurse and midwife in particular must be provided to the resource and training required to implement good hand hygiene practice to respond to the pandemic and to safely maintain essential service. And then there are 3 points Dr. Poonam said. First, all public and private health facilities should make functional hand hygiene stations readily accessible. Second, all health facilities should establish or strengthen hand hygiene improvement strategies. And third, health facility leaders should make hand hygiene area quality monitoring indicator. Okay guys, I want to tell you about organic food. In many countries, food that claim to be organic must have special label that guarantee they are grown organically. Is organic food safer and more nutritious? This is an important part of the debate. However, recent studies have shown that eating organically grown produce reduces your chance of developing heart disease. This means processed food that are called organic can also be very unhealthy if they contain a lot of
sugar. Okay everyone, that's all from me. Thanks for your attention.
Hello, my name is Karina Sartika Sturus. I'm from Faculty of Public Health, Prima Indonesia University. I want to talk about mental health and coronavirus. Mental health includes emotional, physiological, and social health. Early symptoms of mental health disorder include: first, eating too little or too much, sleep or eating. 2. Withdrawing from other people and general activities. 3. Lack of energy or have very little energy. 4. Feeling numb or nothing. Cause factors that affect mental health and cause mental disorder into 3 namely: biological factors, genetics, brain chemistry, brain disorder, life factor, trauma, abortion, alcohol, drugs, family factor, family history, family problems. Mental health prevention, some efforts can be made to prevent mental disorder, namely: first, do physical activity. 2. Help others think clearly. 3. Maintain positive thoughts. 4. Have the ability to solve problems. 5. Seek professional help if needed. Next, coronavirus. Coronavirus is virus that attack the respiratory system disease to this viral infection. Is called COVID-19. The coronavirus and cause minor disruption to the system. Respiration severe like infection to death. The more commonly known severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. With the name coronavirus is a new type of coronavirus that is transmitted to human. Although its effect is a little more frequent, the virus actually can affect from baby to children to adults, including mother, pregnant and nursing mother. Coronavirus infection is called COVID-19 and was placed in the city of Wuhan, China, and the end December 2009. This virus is spreading very fast and has spread to almost all countries, including Indonesia, in just a few months. Currently, there is no vaccine to prevent coronavirus infection. Therefore, let's prevention to spread of the coronavirus with 3M namely. First, wear a mask wherever we go. 2. Wash your hands after doing the activity. 3. Keep detention wherever we are. That's all. Thank you for your attention. See you.
Hello everyone, I am Esra Fibiola Hutabara. I will explain material about the coronavirus and mental health. So, the first topic is about the coronavirus. How is the virus transmitted? The coronavirus is transmitted from person through close personal contacts as shaking hands. People who exhibit symptoms especially can spread the COVID-19 virus because it is transmitted through the air, coughing and sneezing. Is the cause from the coronavirus? At the moment, there is no confirmed the virus and treatment is supportive. All doctors can do at the moment is to treat the symptoms of those with serious complaints, such as treating fever and providing extra oxygen to patients with every complaint. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new coronavirus that was not previously identified in humans. Coronavirus is a group of viruses found in animal and human. What are the symptoms of the virus? People who are infected with the COVID-19 virus often flu-like symptoms such as fever, coughing, sore throat, and difficulty breathing. However, not everyone who has the cold need be concerned about being infected with the coronavirus. Next, I will explain the second topic, namely mental health. One of the greatest challenges faced by mental health workers in recent years has been breaking down the stigma attached to mental illness. The reluctance of patients to admit to suffering from mental illness was only 50 years ago. Fortunately, within the last 15 years, mental health has undergone major change and now over an variety of therapy for the suffering from condition. Most large hospitals will have an in-step psychiatrist to treat patients or to refer them to high psychologists who by therapy will help the patient release the cause of their problem. If someone suffers from a minor mental health problem, such as panic attack or a particular phobia, they are just as likely to find the help need on the high street. Both the psychiatrists and psychologists are well in psychotherapy, but only the psychiatrist can prescribe medicine such as mood stabilizer or psychoactive drug in the needed. That's all my explanation, and thank you.
Hello, good morning members and all. My name is Darwin Manbaru. I will explain about topic mental health and promote hand hygiene to save lives combat COVID-19. The first, mental health. Mental illness is a mental disorder. For example, phobia, delusion, and panic attack. There are different ways to treat mental illness. Example, therapy, psychology, and psychiatry. Topic 2. Promote hand hygiene to save lives combat COVID-19. The way to fight COVID-19 is always wash your hands with soap, as a mask, and keep your distancing. Okay, so much for me. Thank you.